Day 27 in the Big Brother UK house, and it was time for the shopping challenge. The Big Brother house was under invasion by intruders, and it was the housemates' job to keep them away. The housemates were selected in pairs to be security, and then when the other housemates' friends and family came to the house, they had to choose who to turn away and who to let in. So the rules were that they weren't allowed to look or communicate with the people who were speaking to them. And for me, this would have been really, really difficult. Anytime I see things like this on Big Brother, I will cry, and I mean I am the ultimate crier, because I know for a fact that if my person came into the Big Brother house, I would be on the floor, and you would have to get the defibrillator, and I've got a DNR, so I would be getting evicted on a gurney. Chanel got to hear from her dad, Henry got to hear from his sister, and Jenkins got to hear from his mum. And when Jenkins' mum came in, I was sitting downstairs eating my dinner, and my mum was sitting, and I had my headphones in, and I was like, oh, I had the kitchen roll, and I was greeting, and she's like, "That are you choking?" And I was like, "No, it's just Big Brother, it's sad." I get the eye roll, but it was actually so sad because he wasn't expecting it to be his mum, and I must admit, I would love to go into the Big Brother house, but I don't know anybody who would want to come into the house and see me or be on TV. So I would literally be in there just not even expecting to see anybody. So if he wasn't even expecting to see his mum, obviously he was going to be overwhelmed with emotions. When Yunran's boyfriend came in, I was surprised at how calm she was, because she actually cried more for Chanel's dad coming in. And at the start of the programme, Trish and Jordan were talking about Yunran and how she cries too much and how she kind of takes away other people's moments. And this is what people have been saying online. Even on the Late and Live show, they've started talking about Yunran and how they think that she's a game player and she's fake crying. Right, I've been saying this from the start. Everybody cries differently, everybody expresses emotions differently. But the way the slightest thing happens and she's like, with no tears, it doesn't make any sense to me. Then it was between Olivia and Trish's sister to get in, and they chose Olivia's sister. And Olivia actually went up to Trish and says, "Oh, I'm really glad that you took it so well and you let me have my moment." And I was shocked, right? See, when the two of them were talking, I was like taken aback, because the two of them obviously hate each other. So it must have took a lot for Olivia to actually go and say that to Trish. After that, Jenkins and Tom were in the garden speaking about Trish and saying that they think they might have been wrong about her. And even Olivia was saying that maybe we've misjudged her because of the way she was with Paul. But then Chanel was like, "No, we can forgive, but we can't forget." And then they're like, "Oh, I forgive, but don't forget." And then she was just being a total bitch about it. But then the people in the Late and Live show were saying she's coming out her shell all of a sudden, and she's just being a bit of a bitch because she thought she was immune for the vote. But it turns out that she's not immune anymore. Ha ha ha. On the Late and Live show, they were also talking about Matty's boyfriend not getting to give him a message, and they were saying that Matty was doing a yin run and doing some fake crying, but I genuinely don't think that he was fake crying. If they think that that was an overreaction to not getting to hear from his boyfriend, right, oh my god, like I said, I would die. I would need to be resuscitated. I'd be on the floor, right? I'd be like that whether I get a message or not. If I knew fine well that it was going to be my partner, his reaction is minor compared to what I would have been like. Then on the Late and Live show, they were saying they wished they'd heard Matty's boyfriend's message in case he talked about the love triangle. So I actually showed you the messages of the people who didn't get in the house, and he was going to say Matty didn't do anything wrong and stick to the people that lets you be yourself and that you can trust in the house. And that would be Trish, Yunran, Henry and Chanel. Obviously he didn't put Jordan's name in there. Something that completely shocked me the night is the fact that I was watching the Late and Live show and I thought, do you know what? I actually think that AJ is alright now. Like, if you've watched any of my videos, or if you've watched some of them at the very start, I was against AJ. I was like, she's terrible, she's annoying, I can't stand her. The only thing I liked about her was her outfits. But as time has gone on, she's actually grown on me. And I never really had any problems with Will to start off with. I just think that they present better individually. I don't think that they work well as a team. On tonight's show, when Jenkins, Olivia and Chanel were in the garden speaking about the way Trish was with Paul and the upcoming nominations, and Jenkins was like, "Oh, I don't think we should carry on with this conversation." And then Tom walks up and goes, "What conversation?" like making them continue to talk about it. But it turned out that that was a rule break. So because they broke the rules, Chanel is now not immune from the vote, but she shouldn't have been anyway. She didn't deserve it, and now Olivia doesn't get to vote, and she totally accepted it, right? And see, even when I was watching it at the time, I didn't really think it was a rule break, but I suppose they were planting seeds in each other's heads. So here I've been looking forward to face-to-face noms all week, and it turns out the only face-to-face noms were in the Hunger Games the other day. I love face-to-face noms, right? If I was in that house and they said, right, it's time for face-to-face noms, I'd be like, alright, this is it. I have got no qualms about telling people how I feel about them. Now, that's not to say that I'm going to hate somebody in the house, but even if they just annoy me, I would rather say it to their face. I would rather they say it to my face, because I'm just so honest like that. I'm all about open and honest conversations. But now they're back in the diary room and it's totally crap. I mean, I think they've only got one vote left after this. On the Late and Live show, it showed you Jenkins' vote, and he voted for Jordan. And they showed you him because every single week that he's voted, that's been the people that's ended up being up. So now everybody's wondering if Jordan's going to end up for eviction. And I don't think he is, but I think that now that Chanel isn't immune anymore, I think that she might be up because Big Brother told the housemates about the conversation they had in the garden. This week I would like Chanel and Olivia to be up for nomination, and I still want to see Henry win. Let me know your predictions in the comments, and if you would like to talk more about Big Brother, give me a follow.